Hello, folks. Welcome. And I was thinking last night, a lot of new subscribers don't know who I am. I mean, they're just tuning in and listening to me, and they don't know what I do. And the reason I realize this is because a lot of people are asking me, do I run the Iditarod? No, I do not run Iditarod. I do not have the dogs to run Iditarod. I have Alaskan Malamutes, and they are specifically designed as freighters of draft dogs. They're a 10,000-year-old breed, and these guys, I mean, they are muscle bound draft dog, just like a draft horse between a Clydesdale and a greyhound. There's a big difference. And the other thing is, what I do, there is no comparison to what a regular dog musher does in the Iditarod, who follow the trail with a fast team going from checkpoint to checkpoint, um, and and just trying to win a race. What I do is I go for months on end with my team of Alaskan Malamutes, usually 22 Alaskan Malamutes, and we go unsupported, breaking trail. We never ever have a trail to follow. The snow is sometimes 3 to 5 feet deep, depending on where I'm going, unless I'm going along the coast on the polar regions where the snow is wind blown. I'm mostly on the sea ice, which is very easy traveling, like going down a road. Um, so to compare what I do to the Iditarod, there is no comparison. I don't see me ever running the Iditarod. I think I would be bored stiff sitting on a sled for 1,000 miles. I hate to say it, I just cannot sit. I have a hard time sitting for these podcasts. I'm just not designed to sit. Rather, I always ski or snowshoe ahead of the team. There's a lot of reasons for this. Um, Not only to break trail, but so I can read my dog's body languages and facial expressions, because I'm going for 3 months at a time. And I cannot have any dog get soured, unhappy. I mean, they got to stay fresh every single day, day in and day out. I want them to be happy all the time. Whereas running Iditarod, you're going fast. Those dogs got to go fast. There is no time. And if you get a tired dog, you call what you drop them, right? You have them flown back to the city or where you're from, because he can't not long, he's injured, or he just can't make it any longer, or he might be sick. But you just keep going to win that race. Whereas what I do is I, I take care of my dogs. They have to last 3 months and the following year. I have dogs that go continuously on expeditions. I had a dog this year that was 12 years old, and he went, and you couldn't tell him the difference between a 2-year-old pup. He was that excited. And that's the difference. My first podcast, I talked about longevity. These sled dogs are known to be retired by the time they're 7 or 8 years old. And I just can't believe it. I'm trying to tell everybody, no, it doesn't have to be that way. We need to change the system, because my dogs are going in their prime at 7. And they, like I said, they go into their 12 years old. So there's other differences between what I do and the Iditarod, but it's there is absolutely no comparison to running an Alaskan Malamute team in the Arctic, unsupported expeditions where there is no trail, and where everyone's survival is dependent on each other. I'm dependent on them to live, and vice versa. We rely on each other. We are one unit. There aren't any checkpoints. If I screw up, there's no return. I mean, I have to, and I want to take care of my dog. My dogs are my family, and this is what I do. It's so different from racing, and I'm just trying to distance myself from the misunderstanding of Iditarod racing to what I do. Um, Iditarod racers, they use extremely small dogs because they run fast. The small dogs run fast. And that's the reason they use the German short-haired pointers. And also, they use the German short-haired pointers because they have real short fur and they don't get hot. Whereas the Alaskan Malamute, they got thick fur, and when they get warm, they slow down. Um, this is the reason. Actually, historically, this is the reason why the racers got rid of the Alaskan Malamutes, is because when they got warm, they slowed down. It's a survival instinct for the Malamute, where the short-haired pointers, they keep going. And unfortunately, with the short-haired pointers, they're wired to go until till they can't go anymore. And so that makes a good racing dog. But so if you're tuned in and you want to learn how to, take care of and train it doesn't matter what kind of dog, either Chihuahua, couch potato, it doesn't matter. I've been training dogs for 57 years. And my dogs have taught me just a couple things that I would really like to share to others. But anyhow, I just want to clarify the difference between what I do and the Iditarod dogs. And also, I do want to mention that this team, my team, have accomplished every year. They have broken records on the longest unsupported Arctic expedition in recorded history. And there's a reason for that. The reason for them to do it consistently every year for 20 years. And this is where my training philosophy comes in. And it's a totally different training philosophy from any racing team, or even sled dog team anywhere in the world. So it's time that I started telling people this training philosophy. Not that I didn't want to before, but I just figured that people would find out and learn and read my books. But I'm realizing that the limelight of the Iditarod and racing has totally blinded and hidden my training philosophy. We don't need to be retiring dogs at 6 and 7 years old. There's something wrong with that. Our dogs should be happy and wanting to work until they, my oldest dog working was 16 years old, and he just loved it all the way into his last days. So this is what I really want to share with people. And like I said, it pertains to everyone's dogs. It doesn't matter if you have a couch potato Chihuahua, or just one dog, or a team of dogs of any breed. I think this philosophy will help you and your dogs, which is my only goal, is to help other dog mushers, other dog people who have dogs. It doesn't matter if you're a musher or not. But if you have a dog and you want him or her to live to their fullest potential, this is what my philosophy, I hope, will help you. So stay tuned. There's more to come, and God bless.